Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. Today we are going to make this really simple and easy crochet flower bookmark pattern, and this flower pattern can be used for other crochet projects as well, so you need not use it just as a bookmark. You can use it for your other projects where you need to have a flower pattern in it. And I would also like to add that the details related to the yarn use, the hook size, and the other items required will be available in the description of this video, so do refer to the description part as well. So here you can see this is a flower which I've already made, and you will basically need two different color yarn, one a shade of green and another a shade of either pink or a yellow, or a white will also do. So I'm going to start off by using this yarn, and I have used two strands of the brand that I just showed. You can also use a single strand of any brand for which a hook of size 3.5 mm works. So I'm going to start off by making a magic ring and then chain one, and then take the magic ring out of my fingers, and I need to chain 3. Since I've already chained 1, I'm going to chain 2 more. So chain the second one and the third chain. After that, I'm going to make 3 double crochets into the magic ring. So this is the base part of the ring where I have made a small heart pattern. So this is the pattern of the heart that we are working on currently. So make 3 double crochets followed by 2 half double crochets. So now make 2 half double crochets, and after the 2 half double crochets make 1 double crochet again. Now we are going to make 2 more half double crochets, the second half double crochet followed by 3 double crochets. So if you do not want to have a heart at the base of this bookmark, you can also replace it with a tassel. So in that case, you can just start making the chain instead of doing this heart pattern, and later on add the tassels to the end of the bookmark. So now we are done with the last 3 double crochets, and now we are going to finish off with a chain of 3, and then we are going to slip stitch to the same magic ring. So slip stitch to the magic ring, and after that we are going to first close the magic ring by pulling this tail yarn. So pull it as tight as possible and close the magic ring. And now we are going to chain 40 for the length of the bookmark. So this you can change based on the length of your book. So here the standard is 40 chain. You can increase or decrease it based on your requirement. So chain 40, and once you are done with the chain of 40, you will be needing to chain 3 extra. So here we are done with the chain of 40. So this is the length that we got after chain of 40. So we'll be chaining 3 extra for the base of the flower. So after the chain 40, make 3 double crochet on the 4th chain from the hook. So this is the 4th chain. Into that we are going to make 3 double crochets. This is the first double crochet, the second double crochet, and the third double crochet. After the third double crochet, we are going to make a chain of 4. So chain 4, and then turn your work. So into the same stitch, that is the stitch at the base of it, make a slip stitch. Now move to the next stitch by making a slip stitch into the very next stitch, and now make a chain of 5, and you're going to slip stitch to the same stitch, that is the second stitch. So slip stitch to this second stitch. Now move to the third stitch, which is also our last stitch. So move to that stitch by making a slip stitch into the third stitch, and make a chain of 4, and slip stitch into the same stitch. Now we will need to move to the base of we will be having to slip stitch over the entire length of this bookmark. So for that, first we'll make a slip stitch over this double crochet, which is right below this current slip stitch. So insert your hook into the double crochet through the center and make a slip stitch, and make the next slip stitch into the stitch where we had made our initial 3 double crochets. And now you have the chain, so we will be making slip stitches over this chain as well. So this is the back side of the chain, so you will be making the slip stitches into this last loop which is available. So this is the loop which is at the end or towards the end. So just insert your hook under this loop and make a slip stitch. So this is the wrong side of the bookmark that we are working on, but once we start working on the flower, we will turn it to the right side and then make the flower pattern. So as of now, we are just working on the chain and making slip stitches over it, and the slip stitches, if you work on the wrong side also, it is not going to matter much. So just keep working on the entire length of this chain until you reach the base. So here we are at the base of this chain. We have 2 more stitches or chains left. So just insert your hook over this last loop and make a slip stitch. Similarly, do it for the very last chain as well. So this is the last stitch. Make a slip stitch over it. Now insert your hook into the center of the heart. Insert your hook into the center and make a slip stitch through it. And now chain 1 over the top part of the heart and pull the yarn tight and trim off. So we will have these tail yarns which we will be stitching or crocheting them in at the end. So this is the wrong side, as I said, so we're going to turn it to the right side. So this is the right side of the bookmark. Now after we have turned it to the right side, here is where we will attach the yarn for the flower. So for the flower also I have taken 2 yarn and I'm going to make it in a pink color. So start off by making a slip knot and reduce the size of the slip knot because we don't want a very huge size slip knot. So just pull it and reduce the size of it, and then pull the slip knot under the chain 4, the first chain 4 or under this loop, and make it tight again. And now we are going to chain 5. So this will be the first petal. So make a chain of 5. So the petals on the sides are like you can see they're like half petals, so, and the one at the center is a full petal. So make a chain of 5 and after chain 5 we will be chaining 2 more extra, and then we are going to slip stitch on the third stitch. So 1 2 3 on the third stitch, make a slip stitch. So this will act as a picot which gives us a pointy edge to the petal. Now make a treble crochet. So for treble crochet, yarn over twice, pull a loop under the hook and pull through 2 loops at a time, and do this for 3 sets of loops. So this is the for one treble crochet. Now make a double crochet followed by a half double crochet. So while you're making the stitches, make sure that the tail yarn that you have at the back, you make the stitches over it so that the tail yarn gets hidden while you are making the pattern. If you find this difficult, you can just leave the tail yarn and stitch it in later on also. So now we move on to the petal in the middle. So make one half double crochet into the over the chain of 5. So this is the first stitch, one half double crochet. Now make a double crochet followed by a treble crochet, so for a treble crochet, yarn over twice, pull a loop under the chain, pull a loop under this chain of 5, pull through the first set of loops, then pull through the second set of 2 loops and the third set of 2 loops. Now we'll be making a double treble crochet, so yarn over 3 times and then pull under this chain of 5, pull through first set of loops, second set of 2 loops, third set of 2 loops and the fourth set of 2 loops. After that we are going to make a chain 3 picot. So for that, first you're going to chain 3. Now insert your hook into this base 2 loops. So these are the base 2 loops, that is at the base of the chain 3. Now pull through it and make a slip stitch. So this is a chain 3 picot. Now make one treble crochet, so you can adjust the stitches and pull them to the other side so that you have space for making the new stitches. So make a treble crochet first, followed by one double crochet, and finally finishing this petal with a half double crochet. Now we are going to make the last half petal. So for that, make a half double crochet into this chain 4 loop at the end. So we are still working on top of this tail yarn. So make the half double crochet followed by a double crochet, followed by one treble crochet, now on top of this treble crochet I'm going to make a chain 2 picot. So chain 2 first and then insert your hook into the base 2 loops of the chain of 2, pull a loop through it and make a slip stitch. Now chain 5 and then slip stitch to the same under the same set of a chain of 4. So into the same section make a slip stitch. Now chain 1 and pull the yarn tight to make a knot and trim off the pink yarn. So here the flower is done. So as you can see, it's a very simple pattern. So now all we have left to do is to stitch in the tail yarn. So since this is a cotton yarn, it is already holding the shape, but if you want to make the shape hold better even, you can use a yarn stiffener, spray it on, and you will get a really nicely shaped bookmark. So here I'm stitching in the pink yarn. I'm just pulling the yarn through some of the existing stitches on the back side of this flower pattern, and once I feel that the tail yarn has gone through a few stitches and it is secure enough, I am going to trim it off. Similarly, I will do it for the base of this bookmark. So here too I have two tail yarns. So I will take this first tail yarn and pull it through a few of the existing stitches, and once I have passed them through a few stitches and I feel that the yarn is secure, I'm going to trim them off. So you can use a needle for this purpose as well, but to use a needle you will have to leave longer tail yarns, and then you can stitch it into the existing stitches using a needle. But I feel using the needle or leaving a longer tail yarn wastes a lot of the yarn, because we have to leave a longer tail yarn, and once we trim it off, they become like the scrap yarn. So I use a smaller crochet hook which serves the same purpose. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and make these really cute and easy bookmarks for gifting purpose or for use for yourself if you are a book reader. And do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for notifications on new videos, and give me a thumbs up in this video if you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day, guys.